Our marriage wasn't going anywhere and I realized. Hi everyone, welcome back to another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you won't miss another cheating story goes live. I'm sorry you find yourself here. Just know you're not alone. Here's my story to add to the pile. My spouse and I dated for 6 years before we got married. It was 4 years into marriage when I discovered her betrayal. Like most, I didn't take it well. It was my best friend I found the evidence from. We started marriage counseling. And the trickle truth in this one was strong. It was just once. They all say that. It's never just once. No one gets caught the first time. She admitted to a second affair a year earlier, with a different friend of mine. It took 3 months of counseling for her to admit to it. I realized in that moment what I was dealing with. Marriage counseling wasn't her opportunity to work on fixing the issues in our marriage, it was her chance to paint a picture that justified her actions. In counseling I was in a period of unhappiness. I felt like our relationship wasn't going anywhere. I stopped it there. Of course our marriage wasn't going anywhere, you were fucking other people. How could we have growth when so much of your time is dedicated to someone else, dedicated to covering up that someone else, and dedicated to perpetuating the lie of our marriage? I didn't need her to admit to more. I already knew there was more. The whole 10 years prior to us getting married was free for all of one-night stands and side flings. A quick text to her former roommate confirmed all of it. They had a falling out over another side fling she was seeing, I learned. Our entire relationship was a lie. And for her, counseling was another opportunity to build a lie about why she stepped out. It was her chance to build this false story of redemption where two HS sweethearts lost their way, and saved it through tough times. I've let her have her story. We've been married another 8.5 years since her affair. Once or twice a year she tries to get me to go to marriage counseling. I don't. Our parenting together is great. We get along fine. I put on a good show for family, kids and what friends I have left. The youngest starts high school in the next few years and I finally see the light. I'm ready to move on. Her story of redemption will come up short. The best Christmas present I'll be giving this year is to myself, the gift of divorce from a succubus. She doesn't know I'll be filing. She sees this all as water under the bridge. She doesn't see the insecurity I've lived with since then. I work out 7 days a week. I do the grocery shopping. I do the laundry. I do the housework. I take care of the kids' extracurricular activities. She thought marriage counseling was the tough times. The consequences to our actions can take years to unfold. Know this, friend, you don't have to make a decision today. You can leave anytime you want. Some will leave today. For some it'll take longer to realize they deserve to seek the kind of marriage they desire. You don't have to decide today. Take your time. You hold all the power now. You alone decide what to do and when to do it. Grieve. Breathe. You'll live. You'll survive. You're not alone here. Here are some of the best comments from our community. Very enlightening. I never thought about taking your time before divorce. Make sure you have all your ducks in a row and when you're good and ready have her served with divorce papers. Really good. Ha ha ha, remember the it was only once period. I can't believe I was dying even then. And look at me now, I know so much more, never everything but more, and am still alive, woohoo. I'm glad you made it. Congratulations. This is a brutal situation, and it's so sad that you went all this time and still can't get over what she did to you. It's not your fault. This is 100% on her. As far as I'm concerned, you gave her the gift of attempting to reconcile, and there is no time limit on that. You can, and it sounds like you have, decide that you can't reconcile at any time. That's the risk WS take when deciding to cheat. My only suggestion is that you consider not going nuclear with this. If for no other reason then she is the mother of your children, and you will still need to co-parent them after the divorce. If you go nuclear it could make that really, really difficult down the road. And I can't help but feel that you have some anger that really needs to be worked on with an IC. Anyway, thanks for listening and I hope you find a path forward that helps with the pain you are feeling. Here is the second story. I found out about her affair on social media. My wife and I have had a wonderful loving relationship for over 8 years. We have 3 kids that we both love and adore, and we have an extremely healthy sex life. We still are intimate in some way almost every day, send loving messages, sexy pictures, and are generally all over each other. We're both in our mid-30s and have had few to no arguments. Our life is good, jobs are great, and have supportive loving families that get along. However, yesterday, while doing my bi-yearly backup of our phones, I discovered cyber sexting my wife has been doing with two men. They have been sending pictures and videos. One of the messages started about 3 months ago and the other seems to have been going on for years. When I confronted her about it, she apologized profusely, and admitted to the infidelity and described the interactions in detail. She promises there has never been any physical interaction, not once, and I believe her. She deleted her messaging apps and accounts, unprompted, and swore that nothing like that would ever happen again and that she loves me and the kids more than anything. When I calmed down and finally worked up the courage to ask her why, she broke down saying how after having kids she wasn't happy with her body, and in her desperation to feel beautiful and young she found self-confidence from strangers commenting on her body. She said men saying she looked sexy made her feel like she was still attractive. She also stated mental distress from her body dysmorphia, Instagram models, and the stressing of raising young children. I countered by reminding her that I tell her she's the most beautiful woman in the world daily and that I'm always complimenting her. I feel it's fair to say, because she really is a 10 out of 10 and not just in my eyes. I read all the messages, and while there was nothing talking about love or relationships, it got pretty sickening. Especially surrounding areas where trust is a large factor, such as, make sure you keep this a secret from your husband, and her replies being, of course. These are only for you. Our little secret. We don't speak English, so this is a translation. I'm devastated. I'm hurt. And I'm not sure what to do. I love my wife. I've already forgiven her and we both had our day of tears. She suggested she go to counseling and I agreed. She is dedicated to making sure it doesn't happen again, it seems. But I still feel sick when I look at her, our kids, her phone, or anything surrounding the incident. I'm not sure how to proceed from here. What do I do? How do I rebound back from this? Obviously I made some sort of mistake, or missed some vital sign. I'm committed to being a more attentive husband, but I'm repulsed by the sight of my wife right now. What should I do? I'd appreciate any advice on the matter. Truly. Here are some of the best comments from our community. So you found out about this yesterday, and you've already forgiven her? This sounds like rug sweeping, which usually results in the problems coming back at a later time. Your wife now knows she needs to hide this better, and it sounds like she was already pretty good at hiding it. You should, at the least, consider getting yourself an STD test. It'd probably do paternity tests as well. You already know she's not afraid to lie to you. So she apologized, deleted social media, blocked the guys she cheated with, and got the job done. Now she will be a faithful wife, because she promises she will be, right? No, it doesn't work like that, unfortunately. She cheated for years. You don't just become faithful, even if she is remorseful and wants that. You can't sweep this one under the rug with promises. She should seek therapy, especially if the reasons she gave you are true. This went on for too long, you won't be able to deal with it without therapy. Here is the third story. My wife doesn't want me talking to her AP. I am 29, have been with my wife, F26, for years. We have children together and I never would have suspected I was cheated on. I actually reached out to the guy after I found out who it was, hoping to make myself feel better that he would now know about me. But now my wife is defending him and asking me to leave him alone because I dunno, she isn't really giving a reason, but it passes me off to no end. She cheated on me with this guy, but then asked me not to contact him or anything? I mean, am I crazy? I am just at a total loss that she would be defending him. Has anyone else ever dealt with this? The cheating was hard enough and now she wants to continue communicating. What do I do? Background: we have been married for 7 years and have 3 children. Here are some of the best comments from our community. She wants to continue communicating with him? Demands you don't contact him? The affair continues. She is prioritizing AP over you. Time for a bucket of cold water over her head. No, she's the one that is crazy. She is delusional to think that you should do anything that she wants. It could be fear of him telling you more than you already know. I guarantee she hasn't told you the whole story. Cheaters never openly tell the whole story. The number one lie women typically tell is we didn't have sex. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for any future cheating stories.